Good day, folks. I welcome you back to Global Education Zone. And today in this episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw an ellipse by the foci method. Now, basically, and we are also going to be drawing a. So, first of all, let's talk about drawing the ellipse by the foci method. The first thing you need to know is that the ellipse is made up of a rectangle. It's fundamentally surrounded by a rectangle. Yeah, so basically in this process, what we're going to be doing is we'll be drawing a rectangle, and the length of that rectangle will be called the major axis. So basically, the major axis will be intersecting the minor axis in this case. Now we want our major axis to be like, let's say, 8 centimeters long. So I'll make a dot from 2 to, okay, let's make it, so from 2 to 9 is okay. 2 to 9. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 centimeters long. So I'll draw the major axis, the horizontal part. So, but your major axis could be vertical, depends on your choice. So in this 7, the midpoint of this is 3.5. That's 3.5. So the minor axis will be drawn on that midpoint. So I'll just need to draw a perpendicular line. So I need to use the so here we go. This is where the minor axis will start. So then I'll roll the line. This line shows the. Now my minor axis, I want to make it a minor axis of, let's say, 5 centimeters. So I have 2.5 up and 2.5 down. So 2.5. Let me make it 2.5 above. That's 1, 2.5. Then below we also have 2.5. So starting from here, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, half centimeter, 2.5. Let's call this A, B, C, and D. So this is the rectangular skeleton of my ellipse. So now the next thing to do is to open your compass to the distance of half your major axis. So this is this right here. This half the major axis. Then put on one of the ends of the major axis, and then, or rather, open your compass to half the major axis. This is the major axis rather. So I then put it on the minor axis, the edge of the minor axis, and then you cut a curve on both sides. So now those curves will be your focus. It will be your foci. This is F1 and F2. These are my foci. Now the next thing I will do in this case is I will actually divide the distance between the center of the ellipse and the focus. So I'll divide it into parts. So I guess this should be 1. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 millimeters. So I could divide it into regions into 4 parts of 6 millimeters each. That's 6, first part, 12, second part, then 18, third part. Then we have 24. Then on the other side, so I'll do the same thing. The distance from the center of the ellipse to either of the foci is 24. So I'll divide it into 6 millimeters different: 6, 12, 18, and 24. Now let's number them 1, 2, 3, 4. So from outward inward, 1, 2, 3. So we have the 4. The both meet at the middle. Now the next thing to do is open the compass. So this is actually a procedure you need to master. Open the compass put the compass at the edge of the ellipse. Open it to number 1 here. From the edge to number 1. So I'll do that. Now then put it at the focus. Then you cut upwards, cut an arc upwards. Then cut an arc downwards. So that's for number 1. Now again, put it at that same center. Rather, put it at the opposite center. From to number 1. That will be from this one to number 1. Rather, on the other side. In this case, you move it to the other focus, then you cut the arcs. So that's for this side. We're looking for the point through which the ellipse will pass. So let's go to number 2. Open from A to number 2, put it at the focus, cut an arc above and below, put the center at A again, open to number 2 but on the other side this time around. So and then this time you now use the focus on the other side to cut upwards and downwards. You repeat this process for every point. Put at A for the third time, open to number 3 on the left, then put on the focus on the left, cut above, cut below, put it at A. This time around, open to number 3 on the right, then use the focus on the right, this second focus on the right, that's F2, then cut the initial focus top and bottom. Then let's go to number 4. So this number 4, it is shared by the two sides, so I could make use of A or C. A number 4, focus, cut upwards, cut downwards. So you can see that it passes through the ends of the minor axis. So if I open to number 4 on the other side, it will still meet this center point because they are shared by the two foci. So I will cut. So you can see that it actually meets the edge of the minor axis. So I'm moving to the other side, and I've completed the parts for the left side. Let me move to the right side. For the right side, open C to number 1 on the right side. Put your compass on the focus on the right side. Cut upwards, cut downwards. Then put it on C again, but this time around open to number 1 on the left side. Then when you've done that, you make use of your focus on the left side and you intersect the initial arc upwards and downwards. So let's go to number 2. Put at C, go to number 2, put at the focus, cut an arc upwards, cut an arc downwards. Put at C again, but this time around you open to number 2 on the other side. So and then use the focus on the other side. Yeah. So if you're actually smart, you would have recognized that there's a pattern here. So we are using the same numbers, if you notice. So it's actually quite difficult in the beginning. So now we are using number 3 in the first time. So put at C number 3, use the left focus, cut. Then again we'll still use number 3 again, but this time around we use on the other side. So I'm opening to number 3 on the other side, and I'm using the other focus, which is F1. So then I'm intersecting that upwards and downwards. So at the end of the day, we'll have a group of points. Look at the points. These points, 1. So you can just stick in them a little bit with your so that you can be able to recognize them when you are drawing. So these are the points. These are our intersections. Now these intersections, they are the points through which the ellipse will pass through. So let me use my hand to trace a faint path that will guide my French curve. So I want my French curve to trace this path. This is actually advisable because it helps you to have a kind of rounded drawing instead of a choppy one. So don't let it be too thick if you are going to do this. But it's just an advice. It's not part of technical drawing, but this is just a technique that I have gotten used to over the years. So now you can see there's a faint part. So it won't even be visible to even you, but you will know that it won't even be visible to your examiner, but you will know that this is what I'm trying to achieve with this part. So I make use of the B pencil. So I'll follow that path I've traced. So it's that my ellipse will make we have a more rounded figure and shape. So this is the second part. So I'll join them bit by bit. So let me join the edges. It's better you join these steep edges first. So let me join the edge of the axis. So the rest will be easier for me after that, because those are the points where you have a steep curve. these edges, these 4 edges. So after that, I've drawn the 4 edges of the curve, so I can now join them together using different points of the French curve. So this is how to use a French curve. Just tailor the French curve to the part and then draw a line. So I'm tailoring it to the part. So you can see it satisfies that. So draw a line. Then for the bottom, we have the bottom. So I'm looking for the part that will fit. So I guess this will fit. This will fit. So there we go. Then for the last one, yes, this just fits. This fits exactly. Then here we have it. So this is the how to draw an ellipse by making use of the rectangular method. So now the next part of this video, let's talk about how to draw a normal and a tangent to an ellipse at a given point on the ellipse. So the first stage is with the center of the ellipse. So now let's pick a point. Assuming I want to draw a tangent to the ellipse from this point. Let's call this point P. From this point, let's call it P. So the first thing is with the center and radius of half the major axis, draw an arc to cut the major axis at F1 and F2. So we've done that already. So the essence of that is to locate the foci. So we've located them already. Now, in short, all you need to do is you just join the two foci to the point you are drawing. So you join the two foci, join the first foci to the point. So this is the point we want to draw a normal and tangent to. So let me join it. So join the second focus also to that point. Now the next thing to do is with your compass, you bisect the angle between the foci and the and that point. So that is this angle F1 P F2. So this angle here, this angle, you bisect it. So let's do that. So this is the procedure for bisecting an angle, making use of a reduced radius. So I'll widen it now. Look at the edges of the contact. First edge, look at the second edge. So you cut. So now you can see there's an intersection. This is the intersection. So when I draw a line through the intersection, that would be the required normal. So through the intersection, through the point P. So a line that would pass through the intersection through the point P. So this is my required normal. So now the next thing, if you want to draw a tangent, all you need to do is you draw a line that is perpendicular to the normal. So as you know, if you have some knowledge of mathematics, you know that a tangent is always perpendicular to a normal. So then I'll make use of the arrangement of my set square. So I'll make sure it just touches that point. Good. So I can also do this. I can just continue the line to the right. So that is the tangent. So this is the tangent T and this is the normal N. So this is how to draw a tangent and a normal to an ellipse. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.